Sup, guys? Doing my face mask. I have to jump in the bathroom. My daughter, who I've celebrated her whole life, wants to be a doctor. She doesn't want to be one anymore. Fuckers fucking got her on medical school and had to dissect a brain, and now she's screwed it out. Too glam to give a damn, bitch. Facts. You're over here like, what? Don't ever disrespect. I'm always craving. Don't count the days, make the days count. You're learning to love yourself. And thyself you shall love. That great ass self. You are going to manifest what you are. And yeah, you feel good. Whoever I'm speaking to, you just feel good. You're just somebody, I can picture you just gazing off at the stars and just, honestly, you're somebody that can get lost in the beauty of the world. And I also just felt like right now, like, when people look at you, they see that about you. They see that you stare off into the sky and that you get lost in the moment of something where everybody else is not. And something about your eyes is coming up, and also, I was like, wow, I saw this over here. Acceptance in the reverse. So, to me, acceptance in the reverse says a lot about, I just feel like you feel like maybe people aren't going to accept you. I also heard abandonment. I know for me, something that came up that I had not actually put down and started studying too much was self-sabotage. That's my daughter. Is that Halo? Oh. Well, I shouldn't have a text message. I quit my job, so nobody should be texting me. I'm not coming in. No, we're good. But, you gotta understand that, like, if you feel like people are not gonna, well, shit, dude. What am I talking about? This is my fucking lesson. I'm scared for my life. So it said basically some of us have abandonment issues, and they were very deep. And I mean, some of us have went through our parents' divorces. Some of us have lost my baby daddy died, and also my boss died. I mean, just everybody died. My dad. I just fucking just keep dying. Shit. That was special. So when I went to Alaska, I let go of everything here. I'm gonna cry because of this. Like, me and Zeke pretty much never dealt with our breakup. Fucker sends me this. I bought everybody one. I bought my dad one, my son one, and Zeke one. I loved them all very much. I didn't go to Alaska because I thought I was gonna go. I went because, to be honest, Zeke came home with a hickey on his neck from our best friend's fucking baby mama. We were all best friends, I thought. And in that moment, it was 5 days after we closed on the house. And I just had to make a decision as a woman what I was going to do about it. And I had him go. And I had to triple my money and cover everything, or I was obviously going to have to lose the house. And it's been 7 years since that breakup. And I respect all my exes, but no, I don't think any of us had much time to honestly process the whole situation. My boss passed away, and he hung himself, and I found him, and it was just so startling. I got sick. I couldn't get the body out of my brain, and I had to get, I appreciate support, and I want to remember people being there for me. But when it comes to actually processing the events, I do best alone. I'm not somebody who really likes to be touched or hugged, and I don't really know how to receive it. And when I guess that's pretty much how we dealt with it. Um, when I was little, you know, we would just kind of get yelled at or talked to, or we didn't have a choice. We were literally, which is fine. I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, like, it just kind of depends on like how you're up raised. And we were raised on a farm, and it was just it was my mom, and she was a single parent, and we were raised to have work ethic. We were raised to be obedient to a leader, not more than one. So that's where I get my leader issue. I do like a leader. I actually do like to serve a leader, and I can be dominant. I mean, my mom taught me everything that I know, but at the same time, it's like, um, I realized when I got out into the real world years later. That in relationships, you know, I just pretty much had assumed that things were going to be the way that now I wanted it to be, based off of what I didn't like growing up. And I'm sure that men had the same idea, you know. It's like, in all reality, you know, we never really, any of us really sat down and was like, hey, let's do this relationship interview and go over what you want and what I want and how we're going to do this, and, you know, what I expect, and do you agree? It's more like, I'm going to look my best way, turn as many heads as I can. No, wait, no, don't turn heads. Not on D. You are. I don't know. You have a whole different strategy basically about it. So it's like just realizing in those moments, you know, like how different your mind and your mouth are, for one. Even your mouth says, and your body, nothing's in sync a lot of times when we're doing relationships. Our heart's in one place, it's fucking still unhealed. Then you got your brain who's motivated to get the fuck out of where you're at. And then you got your body who's fucking trying to dress up and look a certain way that you have, with your eyes, decided your mind feels is the best way to go about it. So what's that, 4 or 5 different fucking things helping you decide? It shouldn't be like that. Everyone should just be able to be themselves and be honest and decide. That's what I want. Like I mentioned yesterday, Kavan, who decided to get on my wall and fucking laugh at my Mississippi post, which I just think this is a great story, and I just love it a lot. That little fucker's a Leo, and he is, I like how he is fucking getting lippy. It turns me on. So we met once, we had the best love. I don't really know of anybody else that tops it, to be honest, but we own a lot of it. And it was amazing. And then he disappeared. And then that was that. And we were like, bye. And that was that. Done. And we agreed when he left that we were not a couple. And that we could do whatever we wanted, right? Next thing you know, who's on my damn fucking wall? Saying I fucking told him 2 weeks ago that I loved him. Well, we were fucking good, dude. And you French kissed me on the lips. I don't know, I was like getting into it, but... Did I say that? Either way, I said, but I thought we said we were not going to be, like, a couple. He was like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, and then I thought the other night you were, like, literally with another girl. He was like, yeah. I said, okay, well, I restricted you because I feel like we are, like, extremely wonderful, you know what, time. And I said, I feel like for me personally, just knowing like that, you know, I was just thinking, since it was so passionate and intense, that maybe we might freak out on each other. I mean, like I said, you did just post on my wall. He said, I don't give a fuck if you go to Mississippi and see that guy. I don't think he cursed. I don't feel like he curses. I said, okay, well then, what's up, dude? He was like, I just need you to answer your phone when I call you. Whatever, dude. Okay, and you know, that was hot. And we're both being completely honest. And so that's just an example of like how you can handle it too. Like if you want to see multiple people, it's gonna be intense, dude. Like if that's like what you are doing, but like when you are dating, you do have the right to get out there and fucking do whatever you want. It's your choice. I'm a mermaid, so I can drink tequila and fuck whoever I want. If you're a Christian or whatever you got going on, do your thing. I'm a mermaid, so. In our religion, we drink tequila and we make love and we eat. So go, if you want to do it with your brother, you can be Egyptian. If you want to fucking not show your skin and you want to keep your clothes on, take your Mormon ass fucking to church. It's all over the place. You do whatever you want. If you want to do like weird seances and be like, go be a Catholic. Never seen a weirder funeral in my life. And if you want to be a gossip girl like Pam and go run the women's church group as the abuser advocate, save the dare, and then go teach at the school and be the meanest teacher ever, literally in history of working there, and you were there since the time fucking it was inherited by the second owner, dear sweet Jesus, and be a fake, go do that. It's totally your choice. But when you choose to literally lie, sneak, cheat, and steal, and just be, you know, doing all that shit, you are going to be off path. I mean, and it's not good for us to be honest and do those things. But I'll tell you what, the one thing that fucking gets me pissed is a straight fucking person who smiles in my fucking face. It doesn't have the balls to fucking tell me seriously, like, what the fuck they have to say. Yeah, who cares if I'm intimidating? You're fucking pissing me off. That's why. Why are you intimidated? Why? For now on, when people say I'm intimidating, I'm just gonna take it as a note, like they did some fucking dumbass shit that I'm gonna flip the fuck out about. No, I'm not intimidating. You're fucking shiesty, bitch. You're fucking shady. And honestly, fucking, you're not standing under my umbrella. Get the fuck out of here for a drop in the stomach. Honestly, I literally cannot stand somebody who literally is a liar. If you want to borrow money, fine, do your fucking thing. You would be like, I will pay you back on Wednesday. Sure, pay me back on Wednesday. I fucking care who the fuck. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm not gonna fucking be fucking around as much anymore either. I'm actually making some major changes when it comes to even more shit. Like, I've always been able to make everything that anybody's ever fucked me over for back. I will always be prosperous, and you will always miss me and fucking feel like a Jeeves. Because just like that bitch fucking took off $400, he took my chainsaw. So like fucking dumb bitch. Who cares? He thought I was gonna do it with him and be his girlfriend. His wife, actually, in quote. I would never be your wife. I don't even like you. You're literally not my type at all. You make weird noises. You're creepy as fuck. And you're a Cancer male. I don't ever and will never, ever. I can't. No. We're not gonna have 3 fucking Cancers in here. And honestly, Cancer males are fucking weird. And they're fucking, like, just creepy. They are weird. Cancer males are the dude that fucking, like, gets high and starts like, just, like, making, like, weird body moves and just, like, hey, girl. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, he literally tried to sit down and pretend like he was, like, sleeping in the chair. He was like, and I'm pretty actually fucking certain his eyes were slightly open. Like, to see if I was, like, noticing. That's how pathetic. I will never date you. Anyways, my chainsaw. It's fine. I just said, well, take care, and I hope everything works out for you, and I blocked him, because at the end of the day, after 24 hours of just fucking listening to his dumbass shit, I was like, I am not ever gonna listen to this again. I used to listen to this when I was fucking 18, and somebody took off with my money that I was gonna buy Yola with or something, you know what I mean? And you're just like, when are you gonna be back? And you're like, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? No, it's what it is, bitch. So what we're gonna do now is let people know that's not what the fuck we do. And unless literally I was gonna call the police on him and report him, which I don't. I'm not gonna fucking call the police right now. Fucking those motherfuckers piss me off. I don't like the cops. I'll fucking deal with you in a minute when it fucking comes up later. Actually, I don't even need to deal with anybody. Our ancestors and our angels and everybody that fucking works for us. Like, we down here literally change the fucking dynamics. We're down here literally fucking stepping outside of our comfort zones and really going above and beyond to be different in the family, which means that we don't have relationships with most of our family and friends to do this kind of work. And I'll be damned if anybody's gonna fucking step in the way and honestly still be in our lives when they are not on the same vibration. If people want to mess you over, then be their lesson and be their loss. They will always miss you. Leave with grace, leave with fucking class, and also it teaches them literally that fucking some people don't tolerate that behavior. And they're not going to have people to access when they need help now. You were one of the people and one of the few and only people that they had to talk to when they were in a situation. And so to me, taking that away from them with respect and just doing things like my stepdad John did with me, calm and beautifully and gracefully, I just feel like that had so much more impact, because it was like, you see that you hurt somebody, you see that they were disrespected, but you also see that they're not going to tolerate that. It was like, it's like, and that person was always the one that you could count on. And so just not be that available anymore for them. I feel like, to me, that's worth 400. And what I can do now in the future is just like, I really don't feel like I want anybody at my house ever. Every fucking time somebody comes over, it seems like, because I help people, you know, that's just what you're going to attract, obviously. And so I got to figure out a different way to go about it. So I'm not going to have people coming over anymore. I haven't figured out an exact plan yet, because, like, obviously people, you know, I love them. And there's like, occasional times I don't even have company that much. It's super rare. I haven't had even like, it's just, I don't even know. I just feel like it's just disgusting that people are screwing each other over, and it's not allowed in this group. If I found out anybody in our group would be fucking, like, if, like, what that bitch would be doing earlier, like, if I literally found out anybody in this fucking group was fucking each other's fucking man, like, you think I kicked Zeke out after 8 fucking years for fucking, no. And you know what I mean, David, we could have fucked each other too and got them back, and we just didn't. We didn't, dude. No, that's something that you are, bro. Yeah, something that you do. Like, a cheater's a fucking, that's who you are. That's not a fucking, that is not an accident. Like, it's something that you've done. You more than likely turn to fucking sex for fucking your little, that's your go-to. Well, I turned to career, and I also turned to dabs long before fucking sex, and I'll be damned if, why in the fuck would I want, why would any, you know, it is what it is. It's just very low to me. It's just disgusting. And no, you don't know, that's not what I want ever. I have goals. I either need to be with a millionaire or I need to be one. So you tripping if you think I want a fucking family fucking cheating man. And that's what you guys have been doing. And you know, when I finally got single, it was because my kids told me straight up I dated piece of shits. My son said to me about Zeke, why you let him treat you like that, Mom? He said, why you always let him treat you like that, man? He was treating you like shit, you don't do nothing. You know, I pulled Zeke aside, and I was a mom who didn't want to fight in front of the kids. I didn't even drink. I was sober for fucking 7, almost 8 years. I relapsed when Martin died. And I didn't. I realized that when I started drinking instead of selling dope, that's what I used to do. I said addicts don't really stop. They just change addictions. And my previous one was I graduated college during my clean time twice. And I became an aspiring fucking artist and career savvy. I just did so many great things. I've done so many phenomenal things my whole life. I'm so blessed. Like, career's my go-to. It's not sex. I've never been addicted to fucking sex, and I most certainly have never been fucking into anybody else's man. That's disgusting. I hate it. I actually hate that shit. I've had my fucking own family member, like my fucking own family fucking do that shit, dude. Like, I have personal, that's disgusting. I'm literally against it, and don't let anybody fucking tell you what the fuck you do. That's exactly what the fuck I make this channel, you know what? And you guys are doing that too. You're taking your fucking power, bro. You are fucking too glam to fucking give a damn about somebody else's fucking taking fucking cheat man. What the fuck is your problem? You should have more respect for yourself and do exactly what I did. Even as a fucking homeowner. You know what? When music were bringing up, I was like, damn, I need to increase my money. Before, even. And there were many times when it was very abusive and it was very fucking, it was terrible. And just recently, just recently, even though this happened in, 17. I was on the phone with them, and then he just interrupts me and says, "Hey, I'm really sorry about that time." And I say, "What time?" And he said, "The time in the kitchen, man." He said, "I think about it all the time and I feel bad." And I was doing dishes, and he would always get really drunk. And that day, he walked up behind me, and he actually completely choked me unconscious, and I woke up on my back on the floor, like in a scary movie, dude. It was crazy. I had never been choked unconscious before, and I had a bullet in my mouth, shotgun bullet, and he was stepping on my face, looking down at me, telling me that if I did anything, it would blow up. And that wasn't the first time that he had done that. Another time he came out in the living room in front of my son, and he actually took the gun out, and he spun the barrel, and he asked both of us if we wanted to play Russian roulette. And he had it on my head. And these weren't even fights that me were having. This was who he became drunk. He would PTSD about, I'm pretty sure, what he watched his mom go through. He watched his mom be extremely abused, and he never, that's all he saw. And he started apparently drinking and partying at 6 years old. And those of you who know anything about addiction and mental health, which I had to learn along the way, I had to learn these things because I was like, what is going on? Because I could see it in his eyes. I could see it in his eyes. He would wake up the next day and he looked like Zeke again, you know? And I actually had never had any experience with drinking. I could see it in his eyes. He was different than the liars. Like, and I'm very big on, I can tell when people's bullshit and manipulating. He was just not. He would look very sad. Like, he would wake up and the whole house would be broken. Like, the TVs, everything, tables, it did not matter. Everything. He'd fuck it up, dude. He'd rage. He'd fucking rage, dude, all night long. It was horrible. It was very, extremely fucking scary, and he would grab the guns, and it was really sad. It was really fucked up, and he never learned any other way. He never saw it. He never had any other examples. And it's not saying that he has an excuse, but he doesn't actually know that. Nobody knows that, more than likely. You probably think as an adult you're an idiot and that you have it worse off than other people, but whenever you start partying and whenever you see your first, abusive situation, basically that's when your brain goes into shock and it stops fucking developing in the area of coping skills when it comes to, those areas. Like, basically, whatever happened to me in those little pictures when I was 5 and under must scare me so damn bad, I ran away and hid. And I do that to this day. I still run and I hide somewhere. And, hi, sweetheart. Did you have a good day? And that's what, okay, I want you to look at how you behave when you get upset. Do you slam the door? Do you stay quiet and say nothing? Do you get mad? Do you fix it? Are you a solution finder? What is it? Hazel, go. What is it that you do when you get upset, and how does your body feel? And that was a question actually that I was asked. And in treatment, they said, what do you feel like when you start to get mad? I said, irritated, And they're like, no, like, think about it, like, what does your body start to feel? And I think it was, like, she's asking, like, do your palms start to sweat? If somebody starts to get on yours, are you sitting there, do you, like, maybe, like, shake your leg? Do you scratch your head? Do your breathing increase? Does your heartbeat? Do you get sick to your stomach? Do you go into fight or flight? Do you, like, respond, like, don't, no, I didn't do that. Like, are you, like, if you're very quick to respond, you'll probably go into fight mode. If you pretty much say nothing and you keep quiet, or you fucking jump in your car and you just dip, or you fucking block people, you're in flight mode. And, so pay attention, like, how's your body feeling? And, that way, before you erupt and get mad, you can know that that palm sweating, you're aware now. It's like when, it's not like you didn't know that before, but now when you're actually saying that, like, now you have a mental note to yourself saying, oh, that's what we talked about. My palms are starting to sweat, you know, I'm fidgeting with my fingers. Maybe you twist your ring. Maybe you like chew on your hair, you know, like you bite your nails. Like, what is it? You need to start noticing that moment when you go into that physical movement and you feel that within your body. And that's going to help you to be more aware before you have any situations like this occur. And that's all you can do. Sometimes it's taken me up to 1 to 2 years to actually make the change. And I heard it only is supposed to take 3 months, according to the doctor. And he thought that was a really long time for him. He was like, 3 months, really? I said, 3 months is good, dude. Don't be too hard on yourself. So this doctor wanted to be my motherfucking husband. That's why I don't need your taken man, Jeebus. But he was a vegan, and I'm not gonna ever be a vegan. And he fucking woke up at like 2:30 in the morning or something. 1:30 even. It was like 2:30. Actually, no, 2:30 a.m. he wakes up and goes for a morning run. And it gets worse. It goes all the way until 4 a.m. And when he gets back, he goes and plays his instruments. And we have to sit on the floor and be a vegan. I don't care how fucking rich of a doctor you are. You have lost your fucking mind, dude. I am not doing any of that. No, I don't run, bitch. Like, I mean, I will, but I run from the fucking cops. Like, fucking, I'm fit. I'm fine. The fuck, dude, I ran fucking one time, dude, with fucking Edward, and I got good at it. We would run for miles. I can do it. I'd rather not. Thanks. But that's going to help you guys learn how to master your self-control and pay attention to the step-by-step that your body will go through as you start to elevate or decrease in fucking stamina or mood. And I'm going to go see what's going on with my daughter, because she is more, my daughter is more, she does the, I guess she would do more flight mode. She has both, actually. But she's definitely more so one of the people that, you know, will make the face and you're like, hey, how's it going? You got everything? Mm-hmm. And you're like, you sure? You look at it. I'm fine. What? I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. And you're like, but you know what I mean? Some of us are more blunt and some of us are obviously, I'll let you know how I figure out how to fucking not deal with that ever again. But I obviously care, even though it's like, it's really hard for us. So when you guys are over there like, you don't even care. And you're like, I can't even literally stare, let alone care at that. So you need to stop and use your big girl voice. Get back to me when you're done.